So Jackson is this bubbly, exciting kid to work with.
Yeah, he just draws you in, he brightens your day, he's just got the best smile and such a good personality.
Jackson's just a very vivacious kid and has always been curious and has really connected with people since he was born, really. He just has this way of connecting with people and making people smile. He's very curious and likes to explore his environment.
Jackson was a typically developing almost 2-year-old, and right a little bit before his 2nd birthday, he began having just a decline in function. They brought him to a specialist in Spokane who then did a scan of his brain and found that he had a brain tumor.
He was diagnosed with pilocytic astrocytoma. It's a benign type brain tumor. After that was found, he went to surgery the next day and had that removed along with his hypothalamus, part of his pituitary gland. His right optic nerve was damaged and an artery was damaged, which caused a in-surgery stroke. We weren't sure he was going to make it at first. The first 3 weeks were really touch and go, and we almost lost him 3 times. You know, we took him home and he had pretty much reverted back to a 3-month-old baby. The first week that we came back, we met here at Summit Therapy and really met the team that would be facilitating his rehabilitation.
From a movement standpoint, he wasn't able to sit up on his own. He couldn't even hold himself up. Mom had to hold him in her lap when I first saw him for that initial evaluation. I began working with him on his motor control, trying to work on some of those initial tasks of strengthening and things like that.
Right, and then from a speech perspective, after he was in the hospital, he basically went back to not speaking, not producing any words, just a dramatic decline in his speech as well as his swallowing.
And then we were able to transition him into using that walker. And at one point we thought, he is never going to be able to walk without this walker.
Basically, we were kind of at a point in therapy where he had been doing therapy for a year now, and some of the excitement of what we were doing was starting to just kind of go away a little bit, and kind of getting some frustrations with the traditional therapy model of what we were doing. Not that he wasn't making progress, but it was just steady kind of slow gains versus explosions of major progress that we were kind of hoping to see. There's lots of information out there with doing physical therapy in the pool, and also some emerging speech therapy in the pool, but there wasn't a lot with what happens when you combine the two together.
We started the pool last spring, and immediately you could see that he put forth just tons of energy. He loves it when they get the waves going. The game that they do is Jackson gets pulled by the current back and has to like swim and grab something or reach for something and has to kick his legs, and then when he's accomplished that, if he wants to go back down, because it's kind of fun floating with the current, he's got to yell something at Amber.
He loved it, and you could tell through the whole session. It wasn't a, well, I'm bored with this, let's go on to something else. It was, I'm engaged, what do we get to next? What's next? This is exciting.
We were really hoping to increase his volume of speech, increase the amount of words he was saying, increase his articulation skills, and all of those things happened. He was just so excited to be in the pool.
And it's been really intriguing with this combined speech and physical therapy. We can combine the voice with the movement, which happens normally, but in a therapy standpoint, we tend to kind of stay away from each other, and you do your word stuff and I'll do my movement stuff, and it's just so natural to incorporate those together. You know, for all the difficulties that he had, all the struggles that he had, we could definitely take that depressive attitude of, life has been so hard on me, and even him at this young age, you can just tell he's like, so what? I have fun. I love life. I want to live life and I enjoy it.
But we really just try to instill in him that you just keep trying, and that you don't give up. We're always there to help each other and to pick each other back up so that we can keep going and keep reaching our goals.